Good evening. It is Saturday, December 19th, 2020. We're over in Dartmouth at the Alderney Landing looking at Christmas stuff. The temperature right now is 0 degrees Celsius, 32 degrees Fahrenheit. This is where one of the entrances to the Dartmouth ferry terminal is, as well as a market and a theater. This is where Canada Day concerts happen, in this little parking lot. So if you're wondering where Dartmouth is in relation to Halifax, give me a second. We don't need to look at a parking lot. Give me a second and I will show you. I got a Christmas song in my head, so forgive me if I start doing. Oh, hear the snow crunch. See, no kids bunch. Anyway. Ta-da! I know, that's Halifax. Why in my camera? I mean, because I just have this on my Galaxy. I'm just wondering, because it really is closer than what it looks like in the viewfinder. I'm just going to take my glove off and see if I can zoom in here so you guys can see. Bam! There you go. Whoa, geez. Sorry about that. This is like, I swear, I'm not drunk. I'm on new meds, so that could be it. Da-da-da! There's Halifax. It's Halifax waterfront. There's the container terminal way down at the other end. And that lighthouse, that green light, that is George's Island. So, just to give you an idea, I wish that would focus better. So that is Halifax, over across the harbor from where I am. So we're going to go exploring and see what Dartmouth has to offer for Christmas lights. If you live over in Halifax, we commonly call Dartmouth the dark side. Now this is an art gallery on this side. It's all part of the farmers market that's usually here. So they got some trees. It's a lovely little farmers market. It's not as big as the Seaport Farmers Market that I showed in a previous video on the Halifax side of the waterfront. But, oh, there's the Dartmouth ferry. So we're at the ferry terminal that's on the other side. I've shown you many times the Halifax ferry. And it's really eerie because the harbor is still. Little known, well, it's not a little known fact, it's a well-known fact. Halifax Harbour does not freeze in winter because of its depth and because of just the way its natural geography is. Off in the distance, you'll see a dotted line of lights. That is the Angus Mcdonald Bridge, the one of two harbor bridges that span Halifax Harbour. I did a previous video where I did walk across it. So we're going to go past these Christmas decorations again. That's security guarding the doors to get in. So what we're gonna do is go across this little parking lot that is here and pray that we don't slip, because I'm just wearing sneakers tonight because my big old boots are just big old boots. Oh, okay, it's closed, it's not lit up, but there's like a little Christmas market. Isn't that the cutest? Okay, I hope I do not slip. So this is the Alderney Landing Market. It's a Chris Crindle Market. I don't want to go too close. It's not lit up, and they're playing Christmas music, and we all know that's copyrighted. So, but they do have trees. There is. That is really cute. How come Dartmouth gets the cute stuff, and we just got like a mediocre light show on the Halifax waterfront? Be nice. Oh, they have lights on the trees, but they're not turned on. Now, just to give you a heads up, those are train tracks. And a train did go by a few minutes ago, maybe about 10 minutes ago. Trains usually don't go on the Dartmouth side very often. They just go to the Autoport, which is still part of the Port of Halifax, and that's where all these cars come in off of big ro-ro ships and come in, and they get trained and shipped out, put on the train and shipped out across North America. So, I'm not going to do it because, see, train tracks. I don't trust it. I'm not going to do it. I grew up near train tracks in my hometown. It was a rail town. And I used to hear horror stories of people getting hit by trains. So, let's go. So, we are coming up to Alderney Drive here in Dartmouth. Now, Dartmouth is more of a residential city than Halifax. Their big industry is Burnside. That is an industrial park down in the north end of the city. So there's all different types of manufacturing and trucking companies and warehouses. I don't know what's going across the street. People get into the Christmas cheer. So that is Celtic Corner. It's a cute little Irish pub across the street. I have gone there a few times. It's quite nice. All these buildings here are all around the 1880s when they were built. This building here, behind the Christmas tree, is the old Dartmouth City Hall. Now, Dartmouth was amalgamated in 1996 into the Halifax Regional Municipality, which took up 90% of Halifax County here in the province. There are some people, a lot, that are people of citizens of Dartmouth that still consider it their own city and not part of Halifax. It has its own distinct character, the city. Tree looks kind of familiar. So this is the old original route to the old ferry that would lead to Halifax. That's a salt bin. We had snow the other night. If you had seen my video where I did record in the snowstorm. So, that crunching is salt. It's everywhere. It's unavoidable. Just like my breathing. Somebody made a comment the other day that all they hear on my videos are vehicles and my breathing. Well, I can't hold my breath. I need oxygen in my blood, so take it at that. And my backpack isn't just carrying my equipment. It's also my purse, because I am a girl. So if you don't like my breathing, or you think it's too much, no, that's on you, not on me. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Oh, look at the pupper. So we took the ramp down because Bevy's old and I have arthritis in my knees and it's been acting up lately. We're getting rain on Monday. Yes, I subscribe to those old wives' tales. So my arthritis in my right knee is killing me right now. So I took the ramp down and I will probably be taking that ramp back up. It's a cloudy night. So there are the train tracks again that we're going to cross because I'm a goody two-shoes and I wasn't going to walk down there. I like looking at Halifax from the Dartmouth side at nighttime when it's lit up. It's just something about it. I'm very fortunate that I live in a place that has two cities across the harbour. Across. I can't even talk tonight. It is a bit icy, a little bit dodgy. Now, this is a park, but nothing has been, the pathways haven't really been cleared. And with the snow being packed right down and the temperatures dropping, it's probably going to be slippery for my feelers. So I'm just going to do my best. I don't do nighttime walking very often, but I just wanted to come over. Kiddo wants to see some Christmas lights that are in the downtown part of Dartmouth. We will get there. There's a ferry coming in. So I am walking out to a wharf. I'm not going to go to the end, but let's take another look. Yeah, let's zoom her in. There we go. Everything's all lit up. Right over here is the Naval Dockyard. And they do have some ships with lights on them. And there's the bridge. So anytime you see Christmas lights on a ship, that's the Royal Canadian Navy. There's Tufts Cove. Those three towers, it's kind of hard to see. Those are a landmark here in the city. They're with Nova Scotia Power. It's one of the main generating stations from... The electricity comes down from Cape Breton from the Lingan coal mines. And we burn dirty electricity down here. Here's where we were a little bit ago. I have this all on Zoom right now. There's the ferry terminal. I do believe that was built in the 70s. And there's where we just walked down that ramp. I'm going to zoom back out to normal. Bam! I've been saying that a lot lately. I don't know why, but I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. I'm going to try to stay on this clear section. This could be a long video. I'm not sure how long it's going to be. I can't guesstimate the time. I'm already 18 minutes in, and I haven't even gotten to the good stuff yet. I don't want to slip. So I'm going to show you what I'm walking in. It's so not the coolest. Well, they are cool sneakers. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There they are. See? My little size 8.5 feet. So I'm wearing Fila's. They do have pretty good treads on them. I just don't trust myself. Pull my toque down. My ears are getting cold. So until they ever get this park done, we will come back, or I will come back on a daytime and show you what it looks like in the daytime. It is quite a lovely little park. There's cherry trees that blossom in the spring. There is a playground. There's a little amphitheater. It goes all the way around to around the corner. But it is quite the nice little park. No stairs for me, because then you'll hear me sound like an old lady. Quick look at where we just walked. Alright, screw it, I'm going up the stairs. In pain. My knee is stiff. Right now we're going to walk up Portland Street. This is the Dartmouth's longest street. Starts here at Alderney and it eventually turns into Coal Harbour Drive. It's a brewery, like a microbrewery and market. Ooh, cider. I am not a beer drinker, but I do enjoy my ciders. There are little patches of ice, well there were, and I think I hit every one of them. I see something up ahead. We're going to take a little detour. We're crossing King Street, actually. So I find this section of Dartmouth has a very small town Nova Scotia feel to it. Even though it's right across the street from the city, across the harbour. So you're gonna see some old homes here. You know, since I don't come over to Dartmouth very often, well, I lived here like 20 years ago. So it's been a while. Aha. Okay, we are where we are. All right, we're back. Oh, Elf on the Shelf in the red on the right, if anybody's wondering who Elf on the Shelf is. So it's Santa's post office. So this is a much shorter show than what's over at Halifax City Hall. It's only about 2 minutes long. Because if it is a post office, we're going to see postage stamps. And where we left off before I paused, which is the old photos of Dartmouth, and Woody the talking Christmas tree who used to be at the mall. People skating on the Dartmouth Commons. And that is it. Short but sweet. And no copyrighted music. All right.
I did a hyperlapse record.
That was Kiddo. He was making an Instagram hyperlapse of that one. Now here's something we should all be. Aspirations. Hashtag goals. Oh my God, I sounded like a millennial. Or a Gen Z. Ugh. This is what happens when a Gen Xer has a Gen Z kid. You start picking up their lingo. Alright, let's get back down to Portland Street. It was a minor little detour to go see that little light show at the old Dartmouth post office. Okay, take a look up Portland Street. I didn't know what that car was doing, that's why. Alright, let's give it a cross. Thanks. And we have across the street the New Scotland clothing store. Ooh. We have an old-timey barber shop, just without the pole though. You know how like they always stick the pole. So I find, like I said earlier, this part of Portland Street has like a small town main street look to it. Well, that's interesting. That is the neatest window display I've ever seen. I am not going to attempt to say the name of the street that we're walking on because somebody else already says it in the way he says it. But we just crossed. Let's zoom in here so you can see. Oh, Dundas Street. But I'm not going to call it Dundas. So yes, we have one here too.
Not that side.
I don't know what building this it is, but it's pretty old-timey looking. But it's closed up. Ooh, too much zoom or panning. Okay. I think that light display is pretty cool.
I kind of have to pretend to work, but right.
At first I thought this was going to be Christmas lights, but it's not. It's actually the side of the building. It's kind of funky. All right, so this whole area here that we're going to be walking along, actually what I am walking along, is reclaimed land from the Shubenacadie Canal. Now, Shubenacadie Canal connected Halifax Harbour to the Bay of Fundy. And it was the main route for the Mi'kmaq people in their canoes to go between Chibucto all the way up to Cobequid. So it was just a bunch of streams and rivers connected and lakes that were all connected. But as more and more people came to the area, it got filled in. And where we're going to be heading up to, an area called Sullivan's Pond, is actually part of this. Now, it doesn't look like a sidewalk is plowed over there. It's my big gripe with the Halifax Regional Municipality when it comes to snow removal, is it takes them forever to plow sidewalks. Okay, I don't know what that is, but isn't that the neatest kind of... It's all dark, so it's kind of creepy too. Looks like something from a Stephen King movie, which in fact they have filmed a few Stephen King productions here. Haven was down in Lunenburg, which is about 45 minutes to an hour from here on the South Shore. If anybody watched Netflix and watched The Mist, that was filmed within Dartmouth and Bedford, which is farther down. Still part of the Halifax Regional Municipality, but it is... But they used them all there. And they used downtown Dartmouth and a lot of the homes to be in the movie, or in the series. Also, if you've watched Lock and Key on Netflix, that was also... Ooh, too much. That was also filmed in Lunenburg and on the South Shore in an area called the Caves. That was the caves that were underneath the house. That's actual. So we're gonna... That's an old school converted into condos. We're going to be climbing a hill because it's what we do. It's not as steep as the ones in Halifax are, but I do see some lights on some houses. I know this probably isn't as exciting as my blizzard video that I posted the other day. Yeah. So yeah, this used to be an old school. Early 20th century, I'm assuming. But trust me, when we get to Sullivan's Pond, it will be pretty. There's lights. I just hope I don't slip on black ice. So we just walked along Irish Town Road. So this is an old street here in Halifax, or Dartmouth. Oh my gosh, get my cities right. If Nouvelle Écosse is watching this, she'll probably beat me to death. This is her stomping grounds. The old desk. Not too shabby. the front of the school, which are now condos. Now, I haven't lived in Dartmouth since 1996 when I came back from Toronto, but I didn't live in this area. I lived in the North End. So we're exploring together. I do believe I am on Ochterloney Street. I see some lights coming up. Ochterloney. I want to say that it is a German or a Dutch word. I don't know what it means. The area was settled by Quakers, because farther down the road behind me is the Quaker house. Oh, it's a it is an animal hospital. But check that out. Ooh, pretty. Pretty, pretty. And then we have a giraffe being stolen by the Grinch. And then we have a hair salon and spa, fully decked out. I guess when two businesses are beside each other, they don't want to be outdone. Very nice, very nice. And look, they have a barber pole. Ha-ha. They just have a tree in their window. That's okay. Different strokes for different folks. So all this area here to my right, what you're looking at is what used to be the old Shubenacadie Canal, which has been filled in. Now, a tradition from what for the longest time that I've ever lived here, and it was here when I lived in Dartmouth in the 90s, was this Esso station always puts up probably the hugest Christmas tree in Dartmouth, and probably the HRM. Now, I'm going to show you something. This, there we go. That is part of the canal system that they uncovered, and you can see that the water, focus, is going down like little steps, and what it does, it will eventually flow out to Halifax Harbour. It's just a remnant of the canal system. I'm walking in unplowed snow, so my sneakers are covered. All right. We got some lights on the trees. Now, I do have friends that live over here in Dartmouth, so they always know it's Christmas time when this tree goes up. I know it's weird that it's a gas station that puts the tree up, and it's a tradition. We're a unique culture down here on the East Coast. If you haven't figured that out yet. Look way up. So this is where Prince Albert Road and Ochterloney Street converge. That leads you up to Lake Banook. We're not going there today. I'm trying to go, there we go. I'm trying to set this thing straight, and it just wants to move up and down. So that's part of the canal system that is going underneath Ochterloney Street to where we were just a few minutes ago. There's the tree. And this is Sullivan's Pond. It has ducks, it has geese, white geese, and it used to have swans, but it's mostly known for having geese that are white. So I might do something that is a rarity, and I might look a little haggard, but I'm gonna, hi. Anyway, this is me, no makeup, freezing, red cheeks, blotchy, and really crappy light. So, ooh, I got dark circles under my eyes. Concealer, baby. So, yeah, that was rare. Every time I go onto Instagram and I see Halifax Noise, which is like our little Instagram social media type of what's happening in Halifax and what's happening in the city or in and around, this place is usually lit. Like, that tree had lights on it in one of the photos, and it doesn't. So I'm just like, where's all the Christmas lights that were supposed to be down here that I saw the other day on Insta? They're not here. There is a gazebo down there along the pond. So I'm kind of a little bit disappointed because I wanted to show you lights. and lots of them. But it doesn't seem to be what I thought it was going to be. But there is that bridge that we just walked across. That same group of giggly people are still there. Sorry if you guys need therapy now for me doing a selfie with my... Really, I don't know. I think it's just the lighting that made it look like I had dark circles under my eyes because I had my 8 hours of sleep. So I apologize if you guys have to go into therapy now. I'm poor because I'm not monetized yet, so I can't pay for your therapy, but I will send you thoughts and prayers. All right. So, we did a little exploring in Dartmouth. Yeah, because the way that they had it on the Instagram, that this place was going to be totally lit up with lots of Christmas lights. And there's this, the tree in the background from the gas station, and the bridge.